as much as music is, is evolved, somebody else might be the man of the moment. Yeah, everybody is running on this playlist. If I release a song now, maybe on after the song, that doesn't mean that tomorrow you still be the man of the moment. Ja Praise has been the man of the moment. Winky D has been. Oriana has been. Chillmaster has been. Confused has been. I might be the man of the moment next. Nobody knows. Music is very unpredictable. As much as we speak right now, I feel like Junior Sprague is becoming the man of the moment. Madedido has been, and I feel like he's been still. Nishati, so many artists have been men of the moment.
Ndakazowana wangu chaiye unakufitana anatsedu tsikaroverana kawan
chikanonangana
kusatenda uroi baby wangano kusatenda uroi baby wangano ndidasha kunenge kudada kwari mukama kandira vari pasi mapiwa pindirana kwemoya zvinombofadza overichiva angambofare akaitalo.
As we speak now, I don't know. I don't feel like our relationship is as strong as it was.
It's
a lot of things involved as you grow forward, as you grow. Zimbabwean. Shout out to Soldier Love. It's one of the artists that really inspires me. When I was in high school, I used to listen to his songs. That other lot of people who can ever watch this podcast, I can swear, I can bet Mariangeza and Naya. Don't know gonna guys your song. I don't see and I know. I'm sure Sparks you might not know this song, but this is my very biggest song from Soldier Love.
Ndotokwira mkomo kana kuti ndingatotaura netsumo ndomutora ndomuponda nemapfumo chibebi cha dede.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, serious business. Amananga mzwaba muno mune talent. Wagwan King, murzeni.
But with other Sparks.
I'm a big fan of Mdara.
I can't say how much I'm so pleased and excited to be here.
Amananga, I'm a one. Mdara, chachiri chishuwo changu ndofunga inbox mene maizonana ndisingabve. Nditira kuti zuwa rakaita sedino rakasarudziwa namusiki tinge takagara tiri pamwe chete ndichikona muchiperforma live.
That's true.
Mdara, I'm very happy Mdara. Saka nomunzi Majjesty njani?
Majjesty anonzi Baron Leon Mkweza, straight from Gweru.
Alright.
100% Gweru.
Gweru.
I don't know why from others he is. I know a lot of artists from different places, but the ones from Gweru wants to be known that they're from Gweru.
Yeah, but wese kugweru ndinoona sofa kugweru tina Oskidi, tina Tamuka, tina Simplex Music.
Indeed.
Vane vegweru havatombodi kumbosida pekuti ndinobva kugweru. Andoti makadzidziswa sei panzvimbo dzenyu?
I think it's just me thinking. Could basically, when we talk about Zimbabwean music, it's Harare that dominates most of the things. Most of the production is done in Harare. Videographers, everyone. We might come from different places, but we all thanks a lot. We all meet in Harare. Whether Vagamtare, Mashingo, Gweru, but I don't know. It's just about us from Gweru. We are so proud.
Capital City.
Yeah, at some point, we used to have radio stations in Gweru. I think Power FM was in Gweru at some point. So we actually feel like, it is capital city, but we have a lot to give.
Yeah, plus I'm sure you calculate Gweru by no fun government.
It's the Midlands. It is.
It's the Midlands. Saka waiti Mdara kuna zvinhu zvakawanda zvekuti kugweru vamwe makapenda vachiba chibani makachoza music. Why makachoza music?
Sparks, I actually want to say, even if I was a story when I'm Diki, actually, I used to sing with my mom and the whole of the family, but play a keyboard, from home. I come from a very religious family, so when I was young, we used to do, to practice our song at church, praise and worship, our songs. So I used to do that. I used to sing, participate, and as I grew up, I started playing keyboard. So I became a church keyboard player, my chess band, Shidaro. From then, when I was in high school, because I had background from family doing music, so when I was in high school, I knew much about vocals. So I formed a choir group.
All right.
So I was managing vocals, and she managed Totena leading the choir. And as I grew up, when I started uni, Midland State University, that's when I started producing. Actually, I had to save from Marisa Teto Piona, Marisa goes Ishkaf, and you have to save. You buy microphone, you buy chi, and from there. So I was just a music geek from the word go because of my family and church. So I just loved music so much.
Right. So I'm gonna background to church.
Indeed.
My church copy.
I go to Glad Tidings where I grew up, but now I go to Pastor Bruce. Shout out to Pastor Bruce. That's a church that I go to.
Pastor Chris.
Pastor Bruce.
Yeah.
It's a church in Gweru.
All right.
Number one pastor and my number one fan.
Manje mungene kwenda papa wake. Ndoga ndisana wana papa wangu ndofunga.
Unawagwere.
Inini. Nina papa wangu inini walipa papa wanaita pa city sports wanzi prophet kuda. Baba anditombo funga kuti kuda wanokuda papa wangu.
There's something special about mine because Pastor Bruce always supports my music. Even after this podcast, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be living a like. He always follow what I do, so I respect him for that. Someone who actually follows the music and support you to do more. So yeah.
I think tinotona ngati share same. Yeah, boss even papa wangu want support us.
That's nice.
Ngada amdara zvandofunga panapa ndofunga kudeo.
Yeah, well.
Ndofunga kudeo. Wano support in a Christian way.
Indeed.
No, ngoba sibakuzomukuta ndizo but munofana kuzoziyawo kuti
nofana vananzi mukoma sparks
because ndinozotira pangwacho ndozoitawo zvemusoro wangu ndega but nendatorayirwa
vananzi mukoma sparks because vananzi mukoma pakutokurakidza imwe direction because ndikatoenda kuti sparks odi vananzi mukoma sparks
because nditombotsiurwawo but ndinozoitawo hangu zvemusoro wangu but ndozvifarira kana uchinge uina man of god vanenge vachikusupporta spiritual vanenge vachikunamatira because ministry futi makaipaka mune mhepo dzinenge dziri memomo.
Indeed. So yeah, I love PSG. That's the church. Pinnacle Covenant Church has been nurturing since day one and encouraging me to do more, to put out my music, but still, remain a Christian. So that's the most important thing, and just comfortable like that.
Man, andazvifarira izvozvo unofana nge mune vanhu kudzoreredzayi mune magorasika because femi inouya nezvainoionazvo saka uchingona papa vanoita chikudzoreredza zvinhu zvinezvichi zvinenge zviri bo. Alright, saka makazotanga kuita a professional recording when makazoti
I think I have a lot of songs that I've been recording in 2021.
Alright.
COVID unyepe sparks because before Natanga Kimba was a producer, so I used to have people coming into the studio recording the songs, but because of COVID, people couldn't come in the studio anymore. I was just alone. I took the whole studio equipment at home, so I was like literally producing from home. I started making my own music. I was writing songs from before, but I started stories just because I loved produce music for people that I loved before. When COVID came, nobody's coming to the studio, so I was spending more time in a studio, so we had nothing much to do than kutongoreuda my songs out.
Right. So first tune yamakatanga kurekoda muchikuti mumbotora kana chakapera zvacho yamakati nini hairi kana instrument ichi ndichangu ichi chachangu ichi.
That's true. Tricky. Okay, the first professional studio song that I recorded is
Ona Shikundi parudono shkona Ndipo ona Manyapa kona Nikudaire pasina noshona Kozuri special key Ya moyo wangu funga nondikona Neori special key Ya moyo wangu I wanda pilify we Tupindira na chero za wandita I don't care To iti sana chanti singazo lafe Kupiki sana kana kuzandi
Oh my way.
That was my very first studio recording. So I recorded the song around December 2021, I suppose, when, in the whole COVID thing. I released a song on 9 March. I think 9 March. It was 9 March. So a month after I released the song, because, if you're just, this was my first production out there. Nobody. But it got like, I think, 1,000 views on YouTube. By that time, I got all my views. I don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't have views.
So I got to fumble 1,000, but people were showing good art at my ground song. So one of the days after I never piece, you can get I got a following first, and then I got a call from Confused. And say, Kings, did you say I love the song that you've just released a couple of days ago? And do you think, but I'm not happy with the way it's performing out there. I feel like it's a very, very big song, but it's underperforming because you were and I think by that time you should be getting about 200 followers. So obviously, Papa's now no subscribers. Papa's now no bongo cheesy. So he liked the song. What he wanted to do was to elevate the views because he felt like it's a big song. He wanted us to do the song again, and then put it on his channel since he had, more for subscribers and people who know him as an artist. So that's when we plan to do a remix. The song that people know now, it's a remix actually. The very first song, and I got released. I didn't get views because I wasn't known, but we did a remix, and I'm very happy. I think it's 1.5 million views now. The same song that I released and got 1K views, it literally got 1.5 million views. So yeah, I'm really proud.
Right, Sando first song amagaroma mazorwa remix then boom chinobva chaputika. Right, saka inspiration yenyu yakabva kupi mudara kuti musitanga kuti ndauda kutanga kuimba
kutongoimba generally
kuzoimba kuti nokuti mami ne background yekurwa producer yekuridza keyboard and but kuzofunga kutoimba kwacho rimwe level kafuti maybe nongune munhu wangaonawo kuti zvikuita chibaba ichi ndozvigona.
Well, yeah, I get inspiration for a lot of artists, I can't lie. As much as Zimbabwean. We shout out to Soldier Love. It's one of the artists that really inspires me. When I was in high school, I used to listen to his songs. That other lot of people who can ever watch this podcast, I can swear, I can bet Mariangeza and I don't know gonna ask your song. I don't see and I know. I'm sure Sparks you might not know this song, but this is my very biggest song from Soldier Love.
Ndotokwira mkomo kana kuti ndingatotaura netsumo ndomutora ndomuponda nemapfumo chibebi cha dede pandamuona anainoro.
That was a very good song. I think it was a conscious kind of song, and it's really inspiring. When I was in high school, it used to be my alarm for so long. But we'll see God plays that song.
Wamonza song such a life kuti ukauya mande nditi
ndoizi
band musi wachibiri. That song is such a life.
I don't know why one was say and I know I'm sure Genius Praga actually agree with me. It's a very big song from Soldier Love. And I to that. So it's one of the artists that inspires me, and I get inspiration from Tando. Serious artist, and he knows how to do his beats.
I'm a sungura.
I'm number one Tando fan. Before he introduced the next song is coming out, I'm always checking out. Pagango is a snippet anyway. I follow that snippet. He knows how to do sound, creating his own sound. The masungura and the guitars, his sound is my friend. I've never linked with him. I hope I will.
Walinge man. Anatando. Vanongeda zvinhu zvavo vari kuchitungwiza kwavo avalinge ndakaona kunge vasingafanira zvekulinga nekagroup kavo kana iye nanamufana wake namugaratiya vachingoita
artist as well. Yeah, but him as an artist, as much as I'm inspired with his sound and the way he writes his song, I feel like, I don't know, he just doesn't get so much attention as he deserves, to be honest. I don't know what other factors are no
link up.
Is it the link up? I think so.
Because chinogonanda ngechibalance kulingana vamwe vanhu vaiziva but vanhu vanongana vanhu vafollow vasingakuzivi.
That's true.
There's power in collaboration.
That's very true.
Saka pakukolaba babe pana mwana anenge achiziva mumwe asingaziva mumwe achiziva mumwe achiziva mumwe saka makakolaba even it's not like imba song but pangobato picture.
It's very
picture
important. It is, yeah.
Vanhu vakatanga kutsvaga kuti umwe ungasingandiziva kana ndiposta wewo munhu angati rasta vanhu vapa akatanga kundizira ipapo. Saka there's power in collaboration so don't believe in. Saka ndonange ana Thandovevi vanonyanyaita zvinhu zvavo pachavo maybe nyaya yekuti vanogona zvese kuti sound yacho vachigona kuimba kwacho vachigona ipapo I appreciate skill yavo nechi but vanofanira kuzongocollaboratewo style yavo nestyle yevamwe zvichingoita se zvichingofamba zvakadaro. Alright, saka mavideos zvakamira sei? What before sati ndaenda munozvita nyaya confused timondisanangura ukama hwako confused. Are you in good books? Ukama wenyu are you brothers? Chii ndinoona most of the time muri mese are you but especially kudhara because ndatanga kufollowa kudhara ini ndatanga kufollowa kudhara you know kudhara ndichijoina malive ako paTikTok ndichiona zvese zvichiitika ndinoti ana confused but mazwana zvichikuita zvishoma. Are you still in good books?
I would love just to give you a brief of a background of how I get to, actually make a song with him. There's this videographer on the Wale Visuals. I wish God would bless Wale Visuals. Very good man, and he's the one that actually discovered my sound and sent it confused.
Right.
So it was Wale. I didn't know, but as time goes on, he's a very good guy, and he's the one I should. One of my best songs is Ramkuru, according to numbers on all social media platforms, talking about Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. So Ramkuru is the best song, and it was Wale Visuals, doing all the work, I remember. But I can't substitute confused efforts to make my music blow up or to make my name, to give me the exposure and everything that I have now. So it's been very influential in my career, I can lie, because very first song and I get an eye, so it's Unoshkona, it was him, but link up from Wale Visuals, I honestly appreciate. But he confused, I actually say he's my cousin. The very first time, Sparks, recently I had a show in Birmingham, United Kingdom. The very first time when I ended up Birmingham, it was through Confused.
Right.
It was the very first person that brought me to Birmingham, United Kingdom, England. So much effort, for one man to do all that and organize a video shoot. So it was a video shoot. A song and got to record a test 2 years ago. I got to go to UK 2 years after. And then he took me to Birmingham for the very first time. We did a very, very beautiful video shoot. My files are it was so much trouble. And then we had to do it again. And still, it looks perfect as it should have been. So I appreciate him. But as we speak now, I don't know. I don't feel like our relationship is as strong as it was. It's a lot of things involved as you grow forward, as you grow. I can't really pinpoint, but as we used to, spend 2 hours, 3 hours on the call discussing the music, focusing on the right things. But we ended up spending those 2 hours, 1 hour arguing over things that I would feel like they are pet. Because Taito Garabas speak about resolutions for the year. What do you think? Not actually Chimba Tese, but you as Sparks, me as Majjesty, what do you think about your career? What do we have for the rest of the year? That's what we would do. We don't do that anymore. Spend hours arguing.
Why?
It's something that I don't really like. Not things that I'm really proud of, for honor, because I don't feel like, even speaking of Nyeze Wamoko, I don't feel like since kosha as much as career is, because even if I get to meet Vangavano, one design in my life, they're not really important as my career is, because I get to meet you because I was a singer. If I wasn't a singer, maybe you were sort of tolerate.
Yeah,
You wouldn't even give me your time to listen. Or sort of so I just don't know. I just hope that some other day we would go back to, what we used to be and all the plans that we had for the future. Producing music. I used to be his producer. One of his biggest songs, Yagambana Shashu, I was involved in writing the song Mepo. Don't know if you know the song, but I did. I really wish we could go back in time to all those days where we used to do something very productive and, making music, focusing on music than anything else.
But I think asisi zvataironga zvinizvi tisu zvatakaronga tisu zvatida kuita ende hafisi zvatiri kuita now taimbochila so taimbodayo.
Just last week, Sparks, before I came here, we had a very long call. I was trying to make sense of things that we spoke about. But over the time, maybe Angano was very important that he couldn't tell me. But these are the things that we literally spoke about. I was literally reminding him, do you still remember these things? Yes, we spoke about that, but that's a bridge. So, it's his choice anyway. I can't deny every man has his destiny and what he thinks is important to him and less important. So I respect that still.
But I see jealous. Sometimes kana munhu mufemini uyani zvinhu zvakawanda vamwe vaimewirana navo hamuchawirana navo vamwe vana vaingobiga vachingoti koni vamwe vanogona kuti
Majjesty.
zvinokuita kuti vanhu vagurova futi jealous.
I wouldn't know.
Jealous food.
I wish jealous dai chachiri chinhu chinoita sekuti zvaunoita Sparks kuti I'm a big fan. Dai chiri chinhu chekuti unotaura kuti inini Sparks, I'm jealous of you. At least literally straight away you know that I'm jealous of you. But if somebody doesn't tell you straight that I'm jealous, you won't really know. Because speaking of confused, like I said, this one man who brought me to Birmingham for the very first time. That's a very big step. A lot of artists have never been there. I have been. And I'm really proud of that. And I really appreciate him for that. So I don't know how jealous would actually come across, because if you bring someone to Birmingham and be jealous at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what he...
Yeah,
but really, I think, I wouldn't know.
Jealous, maybe nevana.
I just don't know. But as much as music, I have a ring. I have a very beautiful wife sitting down there. And I really appreciate my wife. I don't think it's all shit. And the geres. Makes me, go and look presentable. Shout out to my wife. So, as much as shout out to Zelda, my very beautiful wife sitting down there. I really appreciate.
Ndakada vakawanda mainterview panapa vanongowanda manyazi vakadzi vavo dzemagirlfriend dzemabhebha vanowanda but many enough.
I wouldn't want to hide around. That's, because if you choose someone and also proud, then I was going to feel out in them. But you have somebody in your life and you appreciate them. You appreciate that they are there and you need them in your life, so you appreciate them. It's just
that's fine. The song nyamakamboita na Platinum Prince na song makaitira kupi.
Yeah, shout out to Platinum Prince. I did a song when I was in UK, still in Birmingham. I was confused. Platinum Prince was in South Africa. He's a very good songwriter, and I appreciate him. I appreciate my music director Daro. And he keeps inspiring, calling me every now and then. The Choka. That was his song that he did a while ago, and we had to do a remix. He's a very good artist. I can't lie. Writes songs very well, very well.
Alright. So besides the confused, pana wangu ma artist makambonyorera ma song.
A couple of them Sparks, but most of them people won't really know because they're very, very upcoming artists. But he's the most famous artist that we collaborated on writing a song with. Him specifically, yeah.
Alright. Koma producers amukushana now right now. My producers are not do it. I'm works na producer music and you make a change.
Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but before Natanga singing, I used to be a producer full time, so I used to produce for various artists. Worked with Windsor, but songs haven't come out now. just last week, Pagaton texted, can you please send me those beats again? My songs are 21 atuta. And, I believe that they were very, very big songs, and they still will be. Nothing can stop a very big song. As an artist, I can do my own productions, but sometimes I need inspiration from, different artists, because I'm one talent. So I've located a lot of people that have talent. One of the people that I noted Kutuane talent was Ghost Edition.
All right.
Very talented producer, but when it comes to me, very, very bad habits. Extremely bad. I went to Ghost. Actually, I was shooting a video on a Taurai, so they were, in a confined space. Taurai Zij is a very good videographer.
All right.
Very focused. So, Taurai introduced me to Ghost. Say, but I have Ghost, Munando, Shanana, and, stay in the same place. They were working same building.
All right.
I went there, see Ghost. No, we're talking, and he's interested in whatever we're doing. So I say, can we do a song? He said, yeah, sure. You can do a song. I gave him a song. I started working on the song. I paid the song. He's impressed according to what you are saying.
Yeah.
Song. That was in September last year.
Hey.
So I got the song. Up until now, Sparks, I can guarantee you to my phone, I've never received anything that we've done.
When Mama communicated.
I have my phones near Sparks. No, not try. How many times I tried to speak to Ghost. Phone era king, my dear. I found on the Ashaka. Popoto, Shamario, San Jaira. Squawk to Cumbio. I know, university. Outons, this is not serious.
Come on, whatever we can do.
Because I'm a producer as well, I know how to work out these things, So I say to him, Ghost, I appreciate that you might be under a lot of pressure, doing lots of projects at the time.
But Ghost, I'll say to you, man.
I told him, you are busy, extremely busy, I understand.
But I know I'm not busy, but the Ghost has done my hits. I wonder, that are busy.
I don't know, but he has lots of hits, because one of the, speaking of this era, 2024, 2025, he has hits. So
those are two angles.
What's up?
Those are Pirori. I get some fana Oriano.
Costa Vuma. He produces also for this guy. MTG Hustlers, very good artist, produces for him.
Right,
so I don't know what my projects are, the way they projected before September or I happened to speak with Nisha, so on daily. Then he showed them updates. He also posts because I don't post on status. Ndigato Greg Zanoto music Sparks. I have my phone here. I have evidence of everything. Ndigato try go over Taurai, because Taurai linked me, of course. Taurai, this is a situation, I can't get my project at the moment. Let us say, I got this about 3-way call, talking, don't worry, Mangwana, this is the final, and I looked at Mangwana. Up until now, I'm still waiting for Mangwana to come. Let me, thanks, Sparks. I got into Chipeza, because I asked him, how much do you want? I told him for the project. I paid him straight away before, didn't a demo before I had anything. Because I believe he's a very talented producer, I can't lie. Very talented keys player. God is my witness. I paid everything that was due on the day and I got it.
Yeah,
see, I'm married, this is the idea. Up until now, on Sunday I receive a project. If I call him now to Toripanapa, he won't answer my call for some reason. And data say no sungi say, but is it talented producer? I sunga say music industry, very talented. But I don't know if he does that to me only.
It's
terrible. It's very terrible.
But I don't think it's studio kwako akubhadhara then akuskubudza sina kubva September now tamunani.
Maybe very much special skills your project. It takes time, maybe anything. I just don't understand the guy. I tried everything. threatening. I did everything.
Sikuwa kuti mkoma wangu ndachikukumbira uri mumbudzi
Usungisa here. Kana shana no kumbira mchinda. Ndokumbirawo ndipo.
song yangu iyayo.
Never.
Yeah, I think ndo problem ine ma-producers mazhinji anotinya masindi akwanisa kuti achokwadi pamwe pacho kuti masindi maybe rakarasika
afaizi shamwari urekota zvinsingaiti but mwana ubhadhira rent akwanisa kuti sorry but Sparks, I want to say this. Shout out to Nyasha Timbe. Very dedicated and hardworking producer. Right. Very focused.
Big up yourself, Nyasha Timbe.
Indeed. He's worked with so many very big artists, created so many hits in this country, as much as I know. I spoke to him, called him, to do a project like that. I have a new project, no Zitsoka.
Alright.
I was Nyasha Timbe. It didn't take him more than 7 days to do the project. As much as big he is, I suppose he should be one of the most busiest producers. But he had time for my project to finish it and work on it. Ghost failed. So you know only 2 hits of him. I can say endless list of Nyasha Timbe projects, hits. But he managed to finish mine. In as much as I don't feel like I'm very, very big as much as artists that Nyasha Timbe has worked with. But he managed to finish my project in time.
Nyasha aenda ghost magician ngokura musoro ndokutanga kutokura musoro kwacho ndo zvakapedza vanhu vakawanda zvokuti vanouya achita maworks ake iwe unotinya maworks emunhu akubhadhara akuita sei
Sparks, I don't want to lie, those things are facts. As much as I know a lot of, even my artists, your attitude towards promoters, towards other artists, towards producers affects your whole career. How do you relate with those people? They are important. As much as you're a very good songwriter, you need producers, you need promoters, you need fans. How do you relate with all those people? You know, it's very, very important. So if you don't think that is important, it's up to you. But one day it's going to let you sink down. I wouldn't mention names, but I know artists that are going to sink down in time. As much as very big they are, you sink down because you don't know how to relate with people that you work with.
Yeah, it's zvakakosha, especially kugona keep my relationships.
Yeah,
very important because one day zvishuwa mawandu unosangana nazvo ende paunodona you need one iwawo futi.
Yeah man,
you need one iwawo. You never know mangwana kuti anenge achipisa ndiani.
You never. That's very important. You never know. You might be working with the man of the moment at the moment. Like as much as music is, you know, is involved, somebody else might be the man of the moment. Yeah, you know, everybody is running on this playlist. If I release a song now, maybe on after the song, that doesn't mean that tomorrow you still be the man of the moment. Ja Praise has been the man of the moment. Winky D has been. Oriana has been. Chillmaster has been. Confused has been. I might be the man of the moment next. Nobody knows. Music is very unpredictable. As much as we speak right now, I feel like Junior Sprague is becoming the man of the moment. You know, Madedido has been, and I feel like he's been still. Nisha T, so many artists have been men of the moment. So the way we relate with each other, anyone can be.
Especially it's business. Iwe ungati wewe una mari yakati kuti tiite zvakati ndikakupa mari yako then ndipe song yangu.
That's true.
Hapana zvekumboti hapana zvinomboda kudhipisa kumboita singing unoita mari ikurekoda ndoita $5 alright $5 yako ndirekode ndipe song yangu.
Simple. I asked for my files. You know files, what are files? Ndizvokuti ndakangoya ndikangorekoda. You don't have to master, you don't have to mix anything. Just send my files as they are. I could finish or, you know, send to somebody else who can do the work. I still don't have the files.
That's just sick.
It's a shame.
That's just sick. Masika ari mu industry every generation, every time bana masika nangajidosimugawo. Saka zviriko. Saka ma videos so far munezva mukutrongera ma videos, my new videos.
Yes, indeed. Wale Visuals, like I said, one of the artists that discovered me and linked me with Q, or my cousins, my favorite cousins that I don't speak to regularly right now as we used to. Shout out to him. Wale Visuals has lots of videos for me that we're going to be releasing soon. And shout out to Taurai Zijka. Very dedicated, hardworking videographer that I'm working with. Definitely In June, July, August, full of videos and brand new music coming through. Shout out to Nyasha Timbi, one of my producers that I'm working with.
makolab pane makolab ere mamwe amuri kuronga kuitwa this year tongona kuti
Thanks so much for the question. Thanks. That's a very important one. I have an international collaboration. I feel so proud. What that is. I know lots of artists that don't have that. I have it. I have collaborated with one artist from Nigeria. I wish I had sang the song. Maybe you could play it. But it's gonna be out soon. His name is Boy Dera. It's called Hypnotize. I wish you guys would listen to my voice. What I would actually do on an international duty. I'm proud. Very proud. Never been this proud, Sparks. Very proud. So yeah, those are the projects to look up to. And I just don't know. There's something about Zimbabwean music. I released 2 songs on the Zoka. My favorite song. Very good song, emotional and everything. But up until now, it performed very poorly. But, it happens. Music, things, ups and downs, at a time. But I really wish people could listen to that song. It's a very powerful song, emotional as well. Zoka.
I think I tofana mwena tese timonozoka dzoka the way yatsanangurwa nayo that's something chakaipa.
You can't miss that song. You can't miss it. If you ever had somebody who deceased in your family, you need that song. Very comforting.
And everyone anayo.
I have one. My wife down there has one. Sparks, I'm pretty sure you might have one.
Obvious.
So it's a Mick might have one as well. We come from families. People die. So you need to dedicate songs to those people. It's a very beautiful piece of music. I really wish people could listen to that song.
Yeah, I think my taura zvokuti mudara ndakutononokeona interview nekuti ipere kuti ndinzwe song iyoyo because obviously munhu wese akafirwa song ichibuda mufana wangu anonzi Sheriff ndakaya naye song yakati Sparks Sheriff ndakaya naye song yakati Sparks imbonzwa ndenya iyi chimbonzwa rekodi.
I spoke to him before the interview. He loves the song. It's his favorite song. He literally told me it was a Yimba song at Buddhist podcast. I read.
Apana nguva yekuti kateko nedu padheni chimukomana ndanongowesa ndikuona chingopulwa saka rino haririki zvindikutoriziya kuti kufamba sei asi mudhara ndangofevha ndangokumbira kuti mungotorerwe chiakapela chendenya iyi timunyatsonzwe voice isina chambori feeling especially the right yekupedzisira rariya yenzi mwangu akasafona mfona mudhara no manotsi atochida kuudza vanhu kuti vanonziva iyi manotsi aya ka munhu akasafona kafona ka kafona ka
checkup kana afa ari kuchipatara aita accident
fona
ndakazowana wangu chaiye ona kufitana hana dzedu dzikaroverana kawana
zvikanonangana
kusatenda uroi bebi wangana kusatenda uroi bebi wangana ndida sha kunenge kudada kwari mukoma kandira vari pasi mapiwa pindirana kwemoya zvinombofadzawo veruchiva angambofare akaitalo enda ngazomwane mumwe akaita so ukazviwanira wako hazvibvunzwe ufunge iri pachako udzi kwekuti mfunge ende rudo so rikakufuma ungazombode rudo iboftswe nguva unonyura usingambozvifone ngaritsadoke sina mamona Sparks mumwe wako akasafona iwe wafona ndo rudo rwacho saita busy for your lover pamwe pacho make it easy for your lover usazochona mazuvano zvakafana kamo ayo nakazviwanirawo seuta wangu po singatemese musoro
azota kupisa haya aripisa haya.
I literally wrote this song for my wife.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she was my girlfriend at the time. I felt that nasangane munhu wangu cheche. Wrote the song.
Makafila kuti mbabvu yenyu iyo.
Ane 3. About 1 day, she's my Eva. Suddenly 2.
4.
So definitely she empowers me, encourages me to do all this music, pushing me to do a lot of things. So life, investing, doing all that. So kana nditaro ndakazviona munhu wangu cheche serious thing.
You mean it?
Serious thing.
Aiwa, ndara ndokunzokufara mukona. Inini mdara nguva dzamasvika mdara mwana ndamira time idzodzo ndiri big fan.
I honestly appreciate you.
Mukati amana akati tacancela everything zvakada kuita. Takati no kana mukomana atari kuuya. Ari kubva Gweru. Isusu ngatimire kusvikaita sei? Asvika. Then toona kuti tingaita sei. But I thank you very much for coming, my brother. I wish you the best mumusic yenyu. Mwari vakuitire zvakanaka, vakupe zvidhafu inspiration ngaiwande, creativity ngaiwanzwe. In Jesus' mighty name.
We pray.
It's a prayer, this one.
Thanks so much.
Mwari ngakuitire zvakanaka, my father. I mean, mune zvimwe zvamungada kutaura before.
Indeed, yeah. I literally want to, give a few shout outs to people who literally deserve these things. Brenda kunyanya.
All right.
Andoziya Ndega Brenda. She, she's a warrior.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate my wife doing all these things, but she also comes in, encouraging, supporting my works. Even Pandinoitama sounds on TikTok, Brenda was one of the few people who would actually go on live pushing my songs. Can you listen to this guy? So it's something that I appreciate, Sparks. Not everyone can do that for you.
Yeah, true.
So I would honestly want to say shout out to you, Brenda. So to
Wait, tipa nyaya ipapo yangotaura nyaya Brenda from TikTok. Vanhu vazhinji mazuva ano TikTok idhiri.
Yeah, man.
Ati kunyepa kusimuka masongs akawanda anonakidza. Unoti chii kuma-tiktokers? Because tambo tanga tichignowa nawo. Chingoti mene zvikuitika kuTiktok ikoko zvakana kuti aiwa ngatijoine chini. Tatopinda pachini because inini ndapinda paTiktok manje aisiya. Ndatongonzwa kapressure kacho kuti ini chini chikaita kusidetsa ngati mupinde ipapo aisiya. Ndiona kuti pane kamovement kari papo ende ma-tiktokers mazhinji akusapota music yako zvikutodaro. Ende I really appreciate on so kudaro because when the royal to play up music yedu muZimbabwe unokuti ende kumberi. Noti chiwo neTiktok kana kuna vamwe artist anameki vanonga vachirowa maybe vasinganyabatike paTiktok kana mamwe artist vasingatozivi kune TikTok. Noti chi kwavari?
I would want to say Mickey never underestimate the power of TikTok. Like I said before, my very first song studio production was Unozvikona. When I released the song, it had 1K views up. Until now, I think it has only 15,000.
Right.
It got to 15,000 views because I had a collaboration with Q. So, he's a very big artist and he pushed the numbers. My very first solo song after Unozvikona was Sawera Mkuru. The only way the song got successful was through TikTok.
Yeah, man.
So the power of TikTok is very... right now it has about 100,000 reposts, when I my videos out. We get paid for all those views.
Oh.
I have 4,000 from Sawera Mkuru at the moment. As it stands right now, 4,000. I would buy a car and wrote it Sawera Mkuru throughout. TikTok Sawera Mkuru maybe, to be specific. Because I feel like there's none other platform that made the song popular and successful as TikTok. Started from TikTok, and people finding the song. That was my very first solo project, Kopinamu YouTube trending list. That's a very big step. So TikTok is a very, very important tool. Other artists feel like I heard so many times, you're a TikTok artist. I'm not a TikTok artist. I'm an artist, but the only platform that I had to push music on was TikTok. So I had to. And it paid off. Right now, Sawera Mkuru is heading towards 1 million views on YouTube. Through TikTok. If that Sparks, I would want to guarantee you. Then this now bend about TikTok and I'm going to song Sawera Mkuru. You got to zika 1,500. Getting 1,000 views. So TikTok, just like any other social media platform, is very, very important. Never underestimate the power of it. If you are powerful, Facebook, use it. But try TikTok as well. Try any other platform. Try YouTube. Try Instagram. Try any of them. They're very, very powerful. Because right now, the only way people can engage with music is through social media. I'm in England. He's in Gweru. is in Mapukutafara, but patinosangana pese pazemcelebs, we all meet. You know, right now, yeah, the square as well isn't busy, but I need to check on what's happening in the country on Zimcelebs. Shout out to Zimcelebs as well. It's doing the work. It's pushing the numbers.
Tough G, Louis.
Shout out to Louis. I shout out to Wale. You know, he speak about Louis so much, and he pushes the works. Dr. Daro and Tough G's. I know he pushes,
Tough G's,
as much as Zimbabwean music is concerned, he pushes lots of artists and make them blow up.
Especially when I say new generation music.
Indeed.
Tough G's play a very big role.
We can underestimate.
The artist out of feed them with Zao because of Tough G's. So ngati pe vanhu sando dzao pa time po anofana kudziwana.
Indeed.
When it's Tough G ga mfana novana mumtengera kufa man.
Mtengere.
Ukona mfana ngata sana Blink 4 mfana yeswe takawaziya because of some celebs.
We can Kiyomasa is one of the artists who has been in my situation. He released this song with Chigons. He didn't got much. But when he did the other remix that was posted on Sip Celebs and became popular, that's when people realized that there's Kiyomasa. Even though he was a very big artist from even before, because he was writing this song. Some of these songs, we ask him, maybe it was before, but he didn't have the platform and enough numbers to put out this music, so people wouldn't know. But Tough G's did the work.
Tough G's, God
bless Tough G's.
God bless Tough G's. I mean, kana mchinga maina zvinhu zvamungade kudzo vanhu I think nyaya ya TikTok Meki ndakaona Meki izvo zvaripo akurova gufudende iripo and he's one of my favorite artists Meki. I think wanna check out music yake futhi is good. I could level like a best, and I like when I push level like a best.
I told him when I stepped in here, I told him he had the very latest collaboration that I was listening. Is a very good artist. Didn't know he was. I wouldn't know if he posted a song, engaging with people, but I know Miki personally. So I listen to this song. Very good artist, and well written, scripted song. So I respect him for that.
Yeah, man. It's good news. Samdara kapanda number ukuthi maybe ngoda kusokuledziwe kuma studio ngoda kuyombo itro something ngoda ba collab nchichi number zokwasa kuwanika ukuthi vanodawo wangona kungoya then made a deal.
Numbers is tricky because madam I'm gonna took serious. If people are not serious, it go. But if you are really into business, 0772884866. But if not, which are took.
It's a strictly business.
On tuga, do you know chance line? On tugas, if you're not into business. So please come through with business. But my number, if you are into business, is 0772884866. Definitely that one is a business number, strictly business. Akusko go big out, magai pam dara, I'm no wrong, no that. Strictly business. You want collaboration, you want me to do something for your business and everything, that's the number. I'll repeat again, 0772884866.
The sound of those TikTok.
Yeah man, TikTok. Indeed.
I thank you very much for coming, my brother.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. God bless Sparks. Last person, last but not least, last but the best. Shout out to Sparks. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a while. It's been more than 3 months. I'm finally here. I honestly appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Samure Zimbabwe takazowapo pa TikTok. Tanzwa kuti kuri kunakidza. Saka amona unifollow pa TikTok DJ Sparks ZW. Facebook DJ Sparks ZW, YouTube DJ Sparks ZW. Mungu follow, mungu subscribe. Pada kufollow, mungu follow, pada ku subscribe, mungu subscribe. Zvakawanda zvinhu zvatinoya nazvo, mashows akasiyana tinoya nawo page panapa, tine Realities of Christ, tine Uncensored podcast, we have dialogue with DJ Sparks, we have new show yedu yatinoita inonzi My Wasted Break. Saka zvakawanda zvatinoita. Saka makasununguka kuti ase follow us so that post kwenye any of my episodes that Chiborisa. Thank you very much.
I have a suggestion. Put something called My Best Lover. My wife would love that. Should actually come and say who is the best lover is.
Oh, yo.
Put that one on that one on the list.
Mine's but I'm gonna go my best lover. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
boza tambonza tawandira kumaiwest ati kwati break sari kuti wakamboya kumalavers kangu kana zvazopinda kuzoya anyway, with that we are out.